I'm going to explain every hero in the simplest way to understand, and it's going to be done in 30 seconds or less. If you enjoy the video, a like or a sub would be great, and put a comment down below if you have any other questions. Alright, let's get into it. Abrams is a tank who's good at staying alive and dealing damage. He's got lifesteal and 2 stuns to help keep him in control. Bebop is an ability focused hero who excels when you master using his abilities together. He's got decent control and can be very disruptive to the enemy team. Dynamo is the main healer in Deadlock, and he also comes with some incredible control abilities, and also has the ability to buff the team in some other ways. Grey Talon is the archer character of Deadlock, and is very good when played in solo lanes. She has stuns and good damage to back her up. Next up is Haze. Haze is simply the best single target hero in all of Deadlock. This character is by far the easiest to get massive kills with, and she can also go invisible, sleep heroes, and has a very good ult, making her next to unstoppable. Now, Infernus is a great damage over time hero, having passive fire shots that can actually be made stronger through upgrading or items bought from the shop. He has a stun and a dash ability, which can both be used to get him out of tricky spots. Next up is Ivy, who excels when played with at least one team member around you, and can buff up to 2 allies at the max level. You'll also share heals with everyone who you're linked to. You also have a slow and a stun to help with engagements. And Kelvin. He is by far one of the most annoying heroes to fight against, having a freeze grenade, ice trails like Frozone, and an impenetrable healing dome. Now, Lady Geist drains her own health to deal big damage to enemies. However, she has a life drain to stop her getting too low. And if she does end up getting too low, she can also swap the health of herself and a nearby enemy. Lash is very aggressive and a very mobile hero, always moving and being on the attack. He's got stuns and a lifesteal ability, so keep your distance. McGinnis is the defense building master of this game. If this hero sets up in a lane, you'll have a tough time pushing through it. Her damage and healing turrets plus her own minigun makes her dominate lanes with ease. Mo and Krill like to get up close and personal, disarming nearby enemies and using their abilities to steal health and deal lots of damage to whoever is in their path. Next up is Paradox, who is great for a solo lane playstyle, where you're only dealing with one person. His abilities can make for great setups and allow him to survive longer than he should. Now, Pocket excels when getting up close and dealing tons of damage with his shotgun and abilities. Then, when things get risky, he can become immune to damage for a short time, or completely teleport away to get out of those tricky situations. And Seven has lightning-centered abilities that are great for lane control, as well as having great AoE abilities, perfect for finishing off many low HP enemies at once. Shiv stacks bleeds, rushes enemies. He can also defer damage he receives. However, be careful how low health around him, as he can finish you off instantly. Now, Vindicta has a full auto rifle at most times, but also has a very strong sniper shot. She can also fly, bleed enemies, as well as tethering them to a certain area, making escape from her very difficult. Next up is Viscous, who rolls around stopping bullets. He can also heal himself when he gets too low, as well as allies, and will also slow enemies with his abilities. Warden is a frontline enforcer, being able to debuff enemies and buff himself, as well as having a heal and stun, which are great for controlling the front lines and keeping yourself alive. Second last we have is Wraith, who is a very solo target focused hero, having a great solo stun and self buff, making eliminating solo targets very easy. And if it does get too risky, she has a teleport to get her out of sticky situations. And finally is Yamato, who is a character that is more advanced than most of the heroes. However, if you can learn her abilities and playstyle, she becomes very powerful, dashing to enemies and finishing them off with powerful abilities. And that's the simplest way to understand each hero in under 30 seconds. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, drop a like or even a sub if you want to see more videos. Also, as I said, comment down below if you have any other questions and I'll answer them as soon as I see them. Anyways, I'll catch you next time.